Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up. Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
Loveline's meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, this is Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, our very favorite band, Goldfinger, is in studio. Simon, Darren, and John are all here representing.
You're our favorite Loveline host.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Favorite too, Loveline. Don't leave out Drew, man. Yeah.
Drew doesn't care. Drew has no ego. Just as long as the paycheck is in the mail, that's all he cares about.
Drew called himself a boob earlier.
A boob.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about what you see when you look
Right.
out. Darren said something about, for Christ's sake.
All right, I can see we're going to have to shut Darren's mic off periodically throughout the evening.
That's a big change. Right.
All right, so you guys flew in for this and the Duran Duran thing in the parking lot. We're not going to talk about that. We had Duran Duran in here on Thursday, and they mentioned the tribute album and all that. So
How were they? Nice guys?
Nice guys.
They are nice
Very
guys.
nice guys.
Warren Cucurullo especially is a really nice guy. Simon is a nice guy. John Taylor used to be a nice guy, but he's not in Duran Duran anymore.
But he's still a nice guy.
John
Still
Taylor,
a nice guy.
He's the only guy I've met. He's a wonderful guy.
Simon I met today. He was a nice guy.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he was really cool.
Yeah,
I met Warren Kukuru, he was very down to earth for a guy who owns his own
his
chain
name,
of fast
seriously?
food. I thought it was.
Is it Kukuru,
I was very
really?
impressed.
All right, get ready with Simon's mic, too, Engineer Mike. All right, so
You're laying the law down early, dude.
I'm trying to I'm trying to make a strong police presence like they do, when a verdict is rendered in a racially motivated case, just so people don't get any ideas. It's really the same thing here.
He's had a lot of training since you guys were last year.
With who? Like, what are the
Just
band?
been molding him. No. Just with his experience here.
Right.
Been really quite impressive to watch him evolve.
All right, Drew, try not to talk in big sentences. Dr. Drew's here. Goldfinger's here. Goldfinger is doing the show tonight, and then tomorrow morning going back out on tour with
Cleveland.
Oh, yes. My hometown.
Cleavage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cleveland?
No, it's not. Actually, I'm from North Hollywood. But
The mistake on the
See,
lake?
now there's not we've been to Cleveland about 6 times now, 7 times. Not a
Twice,
big,
actually. This will be our third time.
well, not a big difference between Cleveland and North Hollywood though.
Really?
Tremendously, a lot of similarities actually.
Oh,
Flats are fun.
yeah.
I like Cleveland.
That's what my folks always told me. Growing up in North Hollywood, my dad used to tell me, it's like you're international. You've been everywhere. Milan, Rome. You've been if you've been to North Hollywood, you've been to the world.
You know what North Hollywood has is Poquito Moss.
That's true.
Wonderful restaurant.
And there's 2 of them in there now.
2 of them.
Well, one technically Studio City, but we claim it as our own, Drew. Anyway,
Fascinating.
back out on the road then with Save Ferris and soon to hook up with the Aquabats.
Towers Flowers right now, though.
Yeah, Aquabats in about 2 weeks.
And when are you going to be, do we know what the itinerary is? I mean, can we give out some of the dates and that sort of thing?
Well,
We'll be in Toronto soon.
Cleveland, Toronto, New York. I don't know, like all over. I don't know.
Pretty smart.
Sometime
East Coast.
someday in the future.
We-
All right. East Coast someday in the future.
we
Adam.
play
Huh?
shows.
Coming to a town near you soon.
Let's go.
We will.
Calls. I can see we got to get
all right.
focused.
All right, we're getting focused. We will hear songs from the Hang Ups CD that is Goldfinger's latest, and we'll get to the phone for now. Maddie,
Hello?
you're 19. You're on with Goldfinger.
Well, I'm taking a class independent study, and my professor, started coming on to me, big time, and he kind of became aggressive, and the last time we met for class, he, forced me to perform oral sex.
You what?
He forced me to perform oral sex.
Gunpoint?
No.
How do you do that?
We were in a room, and I didn't realize that we were locked in. And
Did he say he'd give you an A?
what?
Did he say, he'd give you an A? If
No.
Yeah. So
What
when
happened?
when you told him you didn't want to do it, what did he do?
Forced my head down.
We're all wondering about this call.
Well,
Wait, is this junior college?
no.
Did you scream or yell, or
No. Independent study, you take,
did you try to get out of the room?
yeah.
And what happened?
He, forced me.
No, look. Well, the reason we're questioning this call is that when something horrible like that happens to somebody, they could tell you how many, what minute the clock was on the wall, what was in the room, what was happening. Exactly every movement they made would be something very fresh in their memory, having been through something horrible like that. So to speak so vaguely about something as awful as this makes us suspect that you're not telling us the truth, that this is not for real.
It is. I just really don't want to talk about that because my sister that I'm worried about.
Who's in the class, too?
She's taking this class also. She's taking it at a different time. And I reported this, and they said that they would enforce an open door policy.
What does that mean?
It means that whenever he has class, he has to leave his door open. But it doesn't really matter because our class is taken at night and the building's empty.
Did you report this to the police?
No, I reported it to the dean of students.
Report it to the police. The dean of students is taking it's such an insanely lax response to something like this. I mean, it's pathetic.
You think
The
she's
dean of
lying?
students, I don't know if she's lying or not, but I mean, we got to take it as though it's true. I mean, it's
But it
questionable.
doesn't seem to me that the dean of students is taking her at her
He
word.
doesn't believe it, right? Or if he does,
We'll crack the door.
he has some liability here too in terms of putting potentially other people at risk.
All right, but let me just make sure we got everything straight here. It's an independent study class
Yeah.
with other people in it,
No.
so it's just you. I know it sounds retarded, but it's one-on-one.
Right.
And you go in at night,
Right.
and you sit with the professor, just you and he in the room, right?
Yeah.
And then he locks the door.
I didn't know he locked the door.
Right. And then but you found out it was locked, and then he made you perform oral sex on him.
Yeah, he pinned me down. He ended up choking me, cracked the rib.
That sounds like rape.
And you didn't report this to the police?
No, I reported to the dean of students, who informed campus police,
Who what?
who informed campus security,
No, this is the police.
How do you know you cracked a rib?
because I had an X-ray.
Rib fractures don't typically show up on X-ray, but not initially anyway.
They said.
Buster. It's like
But it can happen.
MacGyver and Quincy all rolled up into one. He's like a really boring MacGyver and Quincy.
But not in that age group very often it doesn't show up, but it could. It's possible.
All right, so Maddie, you got to call the cops.
I mean, and you have to not go in the room. You have to refuse to go to that class. You have to alert your sister. You have to. I mean, we suspect. The whole thing is so suspect because something as horrible as that would have a huge reaction on a campus. A tremendous.
All right, well,
reaction.
wait, I have a pertinent question. Maddie,
Yeah.
you ever have anything like this happen to you before?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, what happened?
My older brother.
Your older
When I was
brother,
younger, he used to force me to do that.
he sexually abused you when you were younger. So that fits.
Yeah,
That fits. I mean, she would make a perfect victim for a guy like this.
right.
And it also would make sense that she wouldn't report it accurately. And it
All
also
right.
makes sense that she might minimize it and not want to tell us about it.
That's what I thought.
So it does fit in that way. So
How old is this guy?
Probably middle 40s.
All right. So you need to call the cops. You need to do everything.
I think what you need to recognize, this is a horrible,
I can't believe this isn't at a junior college.
this is a
It
horrible
must be a state school.
crime that was brought against you, and it's not, oh well, and you shouldn't accept the reaction that the school has had so far. You really need to blow the whistle.
Well,
Okay?
my sister, when she went into class, she said that he gave her something to drink, and it was hot cocoa, and that, she became, really dizzy and confused, and, she passed out. And she woke up, a long time later, 6 or 7 hours later, and that she knows that he had sex with her.
Did you report that?
No, she didn't, but I
Okay.
did.
And what happened with that?
Well, we had to make an anonymous report because she wouldn't let me pretend to be her.
Wouldn't let you pretend to be her?
Yeah, because she wouldn't even call in, so I called in and said what he had done.
And what happened then?
Nothing can be done if it's an anonymous report.
Well, they said they'd open the door even wider this time. All right, Maddie,
Yeah.
you got to call the cops.
Yep.
Listen, you can sue people here. You can make a lot of money.
Is there a way to test for roofies? That's what I want to know.
Not at this late date, but you can certainly, if you had taken your sister to an emergency room right then, she could have had what's called a forensic examination where they collect data and they see if there's any semen there and whatnot, and collect evidence to be able to prove that something had been done to her.
Again, where my airport dogs would
Yes,
come in handy.
very nicely.
I came up with this idea. I think Goldfinger, you'll like it in general, but Darren especially. I've been talking about this the last few weeks.
Bring it on.
Where I decided to use those dogs to sniff out stuff at airports.
Those hush puppies dogs? Those
Yeah, the beagles. Right.
Yeah.
And they can sniff out, we found out they can sniff out a sack of cocaine in a tanker of gasoline. Okay? They can sniff out a joint of marijuana that's packed, welded into a car fender and coffee grounds. So I thought, why not use these dogs for gynecological exams? Why not have them sniff around? They always have the nose in the crotch anyway, right?
Well, you think they can detect semen and stuff?
They could detect semen. Well, if they could sniff marijuana, if they can detect marijuana packed, welded into the unibody of a car, certainly they could smell a little semen in a crotch. As a matter of fact, that's probably why they're there in the first place.
Well,
but not only semen, venereal diseases, crabs,
Yeast,
potential cancer.
Uh-huh.
Why not? Why not utilize these dogs?
You be the trainer.
Can I train them?
Yes.
I would be honored.
They could start with your crotch.
I don't know if a woman's
Start
going to
with
be
his
like.
crabs.
I don't know if a woman's going to be into like having a dog be sniffing around.
All right, but as a woman, Darren.
I would love it.
No, but if you were a woman, which would you rather? Sit in a waiting room and have a beagle come up and give you a whiff, just, through the skirt and panties or what have you, or get onto the table and get out the devices and the rib spreader and all the other stuff they use there.
I'd use the dog.
Right, you'd use the dog. So would I. I think this is genius, Drew, and it's feasible as well, and I just want a piece of the action. All right, so Maddie's got a call.
Yeah, that's all, please.
Maddie screwed up. The professor screwed up. I'm not sure how this independent study thing works. You just go one-on-one with a professor and sit in an empty room with them?
Well, yeah. You never heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
Seems like I always thought there's, one professor for every, 150.
Depends where you're in school.
Okay. All right.
You went to a bad school, Adam.
I think, no school. Dave.
Hey, Adam and Drew, I love you guys, and Goldfinger is like my favorite band.
Thanks, man.
Love you, man. My question is, recently, I've been going out with my girlfriend for about 5 months, and recently we just became sexually active, and I've been noticing that lately after sex, I've been having a lot of gas. And Drew, I was diagnosed when I was about 12 with non-tropical sprue.
Really?
Yeah, and
wow.
I think I rented that last weekend.
No,
that was tropical sprue.
I'm
different. Thank you, Mike. See, now you're on top of the drum kit.
I've never seen sprue other than in very old people. Non-tropical sprue, anyway. Which sprue is basically a disorder of the small bowel, where the lining doesn't function properly, and people don't absorb normally, and they get a bad diarrhea.
Yeah.
Could be Darren's problem too.
Because I have that problem.
And it could be a lot of gas.
All the time.
associated
How do you get sprue?
There's debate about it. I mean, there's a tropical sprue, and there's Whipple's disease, and there's non-tropical sprue, and probably an autoimmune type thing.
Are you a real doctor or just a love doctor?
Yeah, right.
I love when people ask that question.
Would this have anything to do with it?
Are you still troubled by it?
What,
Are you on like a gluten-free diet and all that kind of business?
Oh, yeah, I try to be.
Okay, so I mean, the way they control sprue is by altering the diet, and it tends to help decrease the activity.
Well, what are,
no Bakito Moss?
No gluten. No.
What are foods that are high in gluten?
Like
breads?
Yeah, pizza.
That's a deal breaker.
Stuff.
All right, so Dave, you get the gas after sex.
Yeah.
But it's worse than what you would have before sex or on a day you didn't have sex.
Yeah.
You know, that whole area down there, the muscle tone changes, the blood supply changes.
That's not it.
And what is it?
Nerve gas.
Okay.
When guys are around women, especially when they think they're going to get sex, they get that nerve gas going.
Like the nervous gas?
Yeah, I've had that on many a date.
I get that before, during, and after.
It sounds like something from Get Smart.
Yeah, well, it is. Drew, go on the cone of silence there for a minute. Let me just talk to the band. You go out to dinner, and you have yourself a nice meal, and then you go to a movie, but you can't fart for like 6-8 hours if you're out on a good date, especially if you make it back to the apartment and you're having sex. This is a very long period of time. Drew, how often do people fart every 20 minutes?
Talking about you, Darren, or the average person?
How often does the average person break wind a day? I heard it was like 15 times.
It's pretty frequent.
All right, so the point is...
Every person, really?
Yeah, it's fairly frequent.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, my mom farts 15 times a day.
Probably 10, yeah, 15. She doesn't create the...
Well, your mom
lovely-
probably farts 7, 8 times a day, but you
Straight
fart.
to your mom, Darren.
How do you think you were born,
to your
man?
mom.
You know, your mom farted, you were born. That's how
That's not
Petty
a
humor
known
this
fact.
bad, isn't it?
You know,
Everybody knows that.
you know the big problem. I mean, Dave's 16 years old, and you've been going out with this girl for 5 months, and finally kind of get it going on. I think you have enough problems being 16 in your first or second sexual relation. I mean, this is a pretty big deal, I'm sure, for this poor gentleman
If you
here.
didn't fart in front of 5 months, it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a question. Does she mind?
Well, I don't know if she really knows. I've just been trying to be discreet.
So was it SBD?
She
Simon
knows.
Bedetti. Does,
Well, this is one of God's great jokes, is women have an extraordinary sense of smell.
right.
Yeah.
Dave?
That's a sign. That sucks.
Damn.
What?
All right, so Dave,
Yeah.
have you had sex with any other women?
No.
And have you had sex often with her?
About twice.
Mm-hmm. And have you ever broken wind during the actual sexual encounter?
No, I've been lucky enough not to.
You do it afterward.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it rules.
Yeah.
Well,
And really,
It's a gratifying feeling.
Dave,
It's a release.
here's what you need to do. You need to establish the gas in the relationship. Just go ahead and break wind. Get it over with. It really is. You really have to do that. Do you guys all break wind in front of your girlfriends,
Yeah, I mean,
wives,
he's
and what
waiting
have you?
5 months. I think that's a decent amount of time to wait. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And here's the deal too. It's like, let's say you go out to eat with somebody, and there's a garbanzo bean from the salad that's stuck to their lip. Right now, either you make your move and say, "Hey, there's something stuck to your lip," real early on. Or after about an hour and a half, you can't say anything. The garbanzo bean is there, because if you mention it while you guys are eating dessert and a garbanzo bean falls off, they're going to know it was from the salad, which was 2 hours earlier, and they're going to be pissed off. There comes a certain point when you can't do it anymore. You need to break wind early in a relationship, is what I'm saying.
Like first month?
I agree.
There's a window. You can't do it on, let's say, the 1st through the 8th date. But through the 8th, from the 8th to the 20th date, that is the gas window. Then that's the time to crack the gas window. If you don't break wind after that, it becomes very weird.
what if
if you do break
what
wind
if Dave's
after
got
that?
the sheets over him, and the next time, and then I mean that's going to be the big problem for him. Is does he just let it go, or does he try and cover it up, or I mean that's the
Adam has perfected this technique.
I'll tell you, there's a
Here,
technique that I use, and people make fun of it because it is so simple, but it is diabolical in its simplicity.
I'm all ears.
Because I break wind, and I break wind loud, and I break it in public and proud, and yet no one knows it was me. And here's how you do it.
You blame it on your girlfriend.
That's good. You put if you clear your throat at the exact time that you break wind, they will never hear it, especially if you're facing the person. Now, this is even better, because what you can do is have one of your buddies who you want to hear the fart behind you, have a person you don't want to hear the fart in front of you, and do the And if you break wind the exact same time you do that, the person in front of you will never hear it, but the person behind you won't even hear you clear your throat. They'll just hear the
I
gas.
thought you had a special technique for your girlfriends where you sort of fanned the sheets.
Oh, the Dutch oven? Yeah, but that's real advanced stuff.
That's
Drew.
like a torture.
Yeah.
That's a torture method.
Yeah, that's not going to get away from
I
it.
don't think
Drew.
Dave's going to be digging that method.
All right,
Well,
so
Dave's 16 and he's intimidated and he's having sex and he's nervous.
all right, Drew, is there any? Can you take Beano or anything like that before?
There's not a lot of great things for that. Yeah, you try Beano, you try these things, but
It will decrease.
charcoal.
I think the gas will decrease
really
as your nerves calm down a
and
little
really
bit.
as much as anything, there's a lot of dietary elements to it. And some people have the bacteria to produce methane, and if they do, they have to learn how to adjust their diet.
But there is something to the nerve gas, right? You
Adam,
get nervous?
Yeah.
Have you ever lit?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it,
If
the
I
greatest,
ever.
isn't it the greatest invention on earth? Like,
I lit.
brilliant?
I've lit farts all the way to Las Vegas 3 or 4 times, all the way. I mean, through Baker and
Driving?
Barstow. Not actually behind the wheel, but in the back seat. No, I took a break at Zizek's, Drew. That's right.
I think I
that's
hold
where
the
my
world
ass draws the line. For Flame?
I had a really big one.
All right, we'll see if we can. Do we have a lighter of matches here? Because we'll see if we can
I
work
don't
something
have
up.
anything going on right now.
No, not right now. But
It smells like burnt cheeseburgers.
it's a.
It does, actually.
It's a 2-hour show. Kitty,
Hello?
you're 20.
Hey, my name's Keely, actually.
Oh, sorry. I had a friend light a cigarette off of a fart that I let.
Are you serious?
I do not
That's a talent.
kid you. I think I may
Ask her
be
if
one
she'd
of the
be
few
impressed.
people that's ever done that.
Ask her if she'd be impressed with that.
Keely,
Yeah?
would you be impressed if I said that someone lit a cigarette from something that came from my behind?
Definitely not.
Oh,
Sorry.
I misjudged you.
There's a girl out there that would be impressed.
Hey, if you can get a camel by your behind, man, why not?
Keely, what's going on?
All right, here's my situation. I'm 20. My eldest sister, she's 33, and her husband's 35. They've known each other for about 10 years and been married for 5 years. Recently, he professed his undying love and devotion to me.
All right, so he's married
my
to your sister, and is
on to you.
coming after you.
And has known me since I was 9.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Yes, this guy's
Quite
a winner.
guy, yes.
Hold on a second, Keely. We got to go to break.
Okay.
We'll come back. We'll finish up this call. We'll hear something from Goldfinger, and we'll take care of everything.
Hi, this is Tony Bennett, and you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, it is Loveline. Boy, what a radio show.
Yeah.
Goldfinger's
Let's
here.
just do it with me and you, dude.
That's fine. Simon, Darren, and John are all here from Goldfinger. And so is John's dog. All right, Drew, you in place there?
Smells like a fraternity in here.
Hey, beer.
Oh, does it? I can't smell anything.
Yeah, it's
There's not enough clove cigarettes.
There's going to be some wind broken before the night is out. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. We're going to hear something off of Hang Ups, Goldfinger's latest CD, in just a few moments. But first, we have to get back to Keely, who is 20, has a sister who's 33, and a brother-in-law is like 35, 38 or
Who's
something.
known her since she was 9, is now coming on to her.
Right.
How long have they been married?
They've been married about 5 years.
What do you think of this guy?
What a loser.
He's a loser. The problem is, I'm not concerned about myself. He's not a danger to me. He's not going to molest me.
Right.
He did a few things that were suspect, I think, when I was younger. I didn't catch on to them. It was
Yeah.
nothing, no big deal. I'm concerned about her.
Of course. What do you think of this guy, though?
He's a lech. After
Okay.
he sort of revealed his lecherous spirit to me, I did a little investigating, and I turned up some other things that he had done. He worked for my father for a short time, but he was so horrible and did such a lousy job that my father finally was forced to, let him go. And he was also chasing a secretary around the office. He hit on a family friend of mine who I confided to about this. She said, yeah, he tried to kiss me.
Could you, it's not you alone delivering this message. Could
Right,
you,
I think that it's less about him really liking me and more about something in their marriage. And,
no. It's him, period.
Right.
It's not about their marriage. Their marriage is
Well, he's
important.
in their marriage.
Yeah, and it's important
That's the
for
big
her
problem.
that he's in that marriage with her.
Right.
To that extent, it's an issue of the marriage. But this guy is a wholesale.
He's nothing next to her.
Darren's
pathetic.
handed me a note. He thinks it may be Rob Lowe. I think it's Jan Michael Vincent.
All right.
Which one is it, Keith?
But the deal is, why don't you gather the people together that he has come after, and together confront your sister? Because if it's just you, she's going to blame you. It's going
Right.
to be you're going to be a good source of all this defensive.
Something's wrong with Keely's sister, obviously.
But she may have an opportunity to get better. If the reality doesn't come to bear, she's going to be stuck in this mess.
I've wrestled with this question. I eventually confided in my mother, and she knew about the other stuff, and she knew he was a louse, and my father knew he was a louse, and now they know he's more of a louse. But she thinks that it's extremely important that she never knows that any of this concerned me, and that my sister never knows anyone in the family ever knew what a louse he was, because she thinks that if she does know that, she'll just never be able to live it down, and she won't be able to turn to her family for support when she needs it.
Do they have any kids?
What an empty thing. What an empty place for her to go.
What's his name?
What a pathetic veneer that you have to put up for her. And when she does actually turn to you, and God knows, then you may be able to feel that you should tell her. She'll be furious.
What's his name?
That however long before you had not told her.
Keely, what's this guy's name?
I can't tell you his name.
No,
Make up a fake name.
Mike.
Okay.
Mike.
Why?
I'm just having fun.
Just so you can refer to him?
No, just because Darren likes to doodle.
Okay.
Darren likes his doodle.
All right, so Keely.
Put a big stake through his name and some blood, and yeah, I have some very bitter feelings towards him. I don't like him at all, and he's at family functions, and he comes to my birthday.
How did you get so... Hey, simmer down, Keely. How'd you get so smart and your sister got so dumb?
You know, I really think that she was a different person when she married him, and maybe she had some insecurities and whatnot, and this was a good relationship for her. And then she married him, and she became very successful. She's an entertainment industry exec, and he's just like this worthless...
She probably deserves it then.
Oh, come on now.
Come on, she's an exec in the entertainment field.
Come on now.
All right.
Let's deal with the issue.
All right.
And he's just, he doesn't pull his weight at home, and he's gross, he's ugly.
There is, it is not totally unreasonable just to stay out of it and let it fall to whatever level it's going to go to, and let her manage it, and be there when the house of cards falls. However, I think the better thing is for her to know the truth of her reality.
I would.
And to the extent that there are many people who witness this, you might help her really come to grips with what is going on. If you,
I like the old days when you can just put a hit on somebody. Just get some transient who's coming through town, give him $450, and dump his body by the river.
Like Rambo type of thing.
Get your strike force.
Well, not with quite as nice a physique. You don't want to draw too much attention to the transient.
Really,
but drifter. Rambo was a drifter, not a transient.
He was a drifter. You're right.
Here's the
sheriff to your first blood.
Here's the. All right, get ready with the mic, Engineer Mike. Here's the situation. We get these calls all the time. People not being able, best friends not being able to tell their friend that their boyfriend is coming on to them for fear that they'll turn on them. And I don't like this. It's a very dangerous trend.
Yes.
I think best friends, the purpose of best friends, sisters, family members, brothers, the reason they're there is so they can confide in you. And so they can say to you, hey, bro, or hey, sis, or hey, buddy, here's what I've noticed. And I'm not saying it for any other reason than this is what's happened.
It's important for the person that is giving the information not to be judgmental or not to expect there to be any specific reaction, but just to deliver the message and let the person deal with it as they will. That is to say, don't say, hey, you've got to see this, you've got to leave that jerk. Just, hey, I got it, you do with it what you please, but here's what I've seen. Here's what happened.
This is saying you got to kill the messenger, you know what I mean?
That's right. Well, people tend to do that.
I have friends I haven't told them half of what I should have, just because I'm scared to hurt their feelings, you know what I mean? And I should have. But I'm scared of how they're going to take it on me.
It's just a paradigm for life, isn't it? We do so much shrouding everything in sort of veneers of good feelings and hiding from people from issues that might trouble them. I mean,
well, people, it's uncomfortable, and people don't like to be involved with that. And I understand that. I'm just saying, if it's something that's uncomfortable, like, hey, your girlfriend's got a really wide ass or something like that, don't say anything.
No,
that's fine.
Not what he's talking about.
No, but if it's something that they need to know, right. She's tried to squeeze into that Miata. But if it's something they need to know, for instance, this person's cheating on you or what have you, then you got to get in. You got to get involved.
Like Adam, but what if if it's hearsay, you know what I mean? Like you haven't seen it, you just know it.
Well, then you don't do it.
This is like
you don't spread rumors. But if it's a first party thing where they came on to you, then
Adam,
you do it. Yes.
If I told you my true feelings about you, it would make you uncomfortable.
No, I know how you feel about me.
It would make me uncomfortable.
Darren, I've known how you felt about me ever since you jumped up on the console and dropped your pants.
I haven't done that yet.
Darren.
Today's a first. I see that up there, and it brings tears to my eyes.
Right, the I love you, the Adam I love you sign that Darren scratched out.
I think this is the first
a couple
time.
Of years ago.
This is the first time out of 4 times I haven't put my ass on the window yet.
Well, like I said, the night is young.
Thank
All
you
right,
for,
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
That
we're going to hear something off of the Goldfinger CD named "Hang-Ups," and this one, and we won't talk about it because we're running out of time. We'll just hear the song. This one is called "This Lonely Place." This lonely place. From Hang-Ups.
Oh my God!
No, that didn't go out on the air.
No, it's not.
Winner.
From Goldfinger. Hey, I like that song. It's kind of, that'd be a good, I don't know why, but it'd be a good theme song for a sitcom.
Yeah, it's like a Partridge Family.
Background for Love American Style.
Yeah.
Would it be a sitcom called This Lonely Place?
Yeah.
I see. Okay, we were asked about the dissing thing earlier.
Maybe the new Tony Danza show.
Did Green Day diss on us? But now I have a pretty good feeling that that's a diss. If we're going to be background music to Love American style.
I don't know.
No.
That's a good thing.
No.
Is that a
I'm
good
just
thing?
saying.
Now you piqued everybody's interest in what is how did Green Day diss us?
That should be the theme to the Tony Danza.
Adam, Mike.
The next call
hang
is
on.
going to be dirty.
Okay,
I
Mike,
wanna make
we
sure
have
of
to.
it.
What we need to do is have a tape recorder running when we're on commercial breaks or song stuff, because the conversations that go on in this room are unbelievable.
Darren's warbled.
And nobody would believe me. I want
You
to have
really
a tape
need to make a
recorder of it.
CD of it.
Actually,
That's fine. I want living proof of what goes on in here.
we
when
do
the mics
have
are
one
on.
of those from, what was the band we had? in
Sneaker
here?
Pimps.
Sneaker Pimps. Yeah, why don't you find that one, Engineer Mike? and
I
we'll hear
erased
it.
that a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Why'd you erase it?
Why do we need it?
Listen, Tardo, you're telling me you don't have the Sneaker Pimps?
No.
Oh, please.
You're an attractive guy.
I want a lot.
You are. I'm
All right,
sexually
listen.
attracted to you.
Thank you,
All
Darren.
right, I got to go yell at Engineer Mike. What'd you erase it off of, Mike? What was it on that you needed to make room for it? Was it on a disc or
Band of
something?
magnetic
I just don't have it. It was on the computer. I don't have it anymore.
All
I
right.
didn't think you'd need it anymore.
Get a bigger computer.
Is that like one of those hippie crystal bag things?
No,
that
it's
you use for your
it's an
microphone?
alcohol thing.
No, it's a Crown Royal sack I put around my
I
mic.
should have known that.
All right.
I like that.
The show's spinning out of control, so we're going to go to break. When we come back, Darren is going to pick the next call, and he promises it'll be a dirty
None
one.
of these are dirty.
All right. Well, we're looking for dirty calls then for Darren, but Darren will pick the next one anyway, and we'll be back with Goldfinger.
Meanwhile, on the other Loveline in the parallel universe.
Our guest today is a bear. Oh, and what's up?
Carolla. Adam Carolla. Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. You're really craving. I'm so craving right now. So need a cigarette.
Those are the guys from Cracker, weren't they at the end? No, Filter. I know it was an at the.
That's what you call our band.
Was Filter?
Cracker?
Cracker.
Filter.
I like Cracker.
How about a filter of crackers?
All right. Goldfinger's here tonight. That would be John, Simon, and Darren.
The funny one. Darren's the funny guy.
You can call him Dillwood. That's what he's doing.
He's really.
I'm pretty funny.
If Oscar Wilde could play the drums, it would
Exactly right.
Oscar Wilde. Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like touched.
Salome's Last Dance right here on the drums.
Darren's so upset about anytime anybody. He's so homophobic.
I'm not homophobic.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No,
He's a
he's not.
self-loathing.
Gay. What are you talking about?
No, he is actually a self-loathing homosexual. Like he's not out of the
I'm
closet
hurt that
yet,
you would
but-
say I'm homophobic.
Yeah, you asked me a question off the air. That
I just don't. I fear gay people. I'm not homophobic. I'm kidding. It was a joke.
It's not funny, Darren. You're so lame.
J-O-K-I joke.
I'm smart, too.
Nobody who's homophobic drops his pants as much as Darren does in the company of men, strange men.
Okay.
That is a good argument for you not
Drew,
being
what did he ask you
homophobic.
today about? What did he ask you? Like,
You could. I don't want to divulge any.
We can't get into that.
Drew, I'm hurt.
Go ahead.
I
Go ahead.
thought
if you
we're
wanna bring it
friends,
up.
man.
Go ahead.
Tell him about your sticky bicky party.
Okay, Drew, please be honest with me.
And I will. Yeah, sure.
And you gave him a
I
crap
jerked
answer
off in a
before, I think.
room with two other men watching a porno, and all we were doing is watching a porno.
All three of you were watching porno.
Watching porno, we were drunk, and we were watching a porno with this girl having sex, and she was like the big thing at the time. Her name was Christy Canyon, and she
That's
was
Adam's
hot.
friend, you know.
Jesus Christ, I may have been one of those guys.
Christy Canyon, she's got huge,
I really
you
may
know,
have been.
she's pretty, and we
How
were
long ago
drunk,
was
and
this?
we were masturbating. Am I homosexual now?
No.
How long ago was
Was that a
that?
homosexual experience?
Does that display homosexual
He's a
tendencies?
doctor.
I think it does.
No.
Okay, you're a doctor. Drink another Heineken. He's a doctor.
I'm Dr. Heineken. That's me.
No. But he does seem a little defensive about the notion that it possibly could be.
Because my whole
That's why I
band's
brought
like,
that
you're
up.
gay. You're gay. Just realize it, Darren. You're gay. I'm like, I just, I didn't make out with any guys. I didn't touch any
Let me
wieners.
ask you about this experience for just one moment.
Wait. One of your friends, didn't he say, I'm going to come? And
then
is
you
that why
watched.
looked
Then
over?
you looked
what?
over
I
and saw him
looked.
ejaculate.
Big deal.
That is a big deal. I have not had that experience.
I didn't
and
touch
think
it.
it's great for you.
I didn't help him ejaculate.
Look, I think it's great for you. If
You
that's
may
the
have
way you
helped.
are, then
Hold
that's
on.
a good thing for you.
Darren, you
I
may
swear
have
to God.
helped inadvertently by just your presence. You never know what he was into.
There's nothing sexual about me like that would turn a man on ever.
Well,
Darren was like, let me get it. Let me wipe it up.
Here's the big question. Who ate the cookie at the end?
Simon did.
Oh, okay.
Simon wasn't
No.
there.
That was Simon's thing.
Here's the big question. Were there other places in the house one could have went to view Christy, or was it a necessity that y'all had to go in the same room?
Couldn't you have waited to go home to do it?
It was my house.
You have to do it in front of your friends.
It was my house.
Couldn't you have kicked them out and said, "Look, it's my porno. I want to get down"? Like, really? I mean, I don't know. It boggles my mind.
Okay.
I'm a very open guy.
All right. It sounds a little
Drew, no,
devious.
please, Drew, please help me out here. Come on. Please.
Has nothing to do with homosexuality. It boggles my mind, too.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with homosexuality.
Where's the drum roll, man?
Jason.
Yeah.
You're 20.
It's just dirty.
You're on with Goldfinger.
All right. How you guys doing?
Hi, what's up, man?
I'm gay. Is there anything wrong with that? Sorry.
I just got a couple of quick questions here. You mentioned something before about you guys coming to Colorado. I'd possibly see you in Boulder or something.
Us?
Yeah.
Yes, we're coming.
Us?
We're going there.
Darren, maybe. Just don't put any pornos on.
Around there. Where are we going?
I have no idea.
And where are we going?
You mean Goldfinger?
We're going to Colorado. What date?
You talking about Goldfinger or Loveline?
Adam and Drew.
Yes.
We'll be there the 27th.
27th of
we don't know what month.
This month? 27th.
Are you serious?
Yes, we're going to Colorado this month.
Oh, you got so much nerve going to Vegas.
What?
And then you're going to Vegas at the end of the month?
Vegas, Colorado?
Dude, that's a vacation.
You're so you're nervy, Drew.
With
I'll
what?
tell you that.
What do you mean
nervy.
With what?
Nervy.
We're broadcasting from Colorado.
Oh, we are?
We're not taking the night off.
Oh, okay. Drew's not so nervy. All right, Jason. Yeah, we'll be there.
Okay. I have a question about the birth control pill.
Yeah.
How exactly does that work? Does it prevent an egg from being
yes,
like matured and?
Yes.
Can I take a shot at this?
It basically.
Yeah, let Darren do
All right,
this.
then hang on, Jason.
And if I'm wrong, I want to be corrected.
Yes, I will.
I think it
believe me.
fools the body that you're pregnant,
Yes,
so it doesn't.
That's a good way of
I'm
thinking
a
about
winner.
it. It basically
Yes.
makes the
Where's my
woman's
applause?
body believe it's pregnant by changing the levels of the hormone in such a way as it mimics pregnancy, and it prevents the egg from maturing and releasing. Interestingly, I read an interesting thing this week. I think it was in the New England Journal that we've been talking a lot about the postcoital contraception, the morning after pill.
Right.
And we have been talking about it. And I always thought it was something that prevented implantation. But this one article I read argued very strongly that it doesn't really interfere with implantation. So it is not an abortive agent. It doesn't cause abortion. It actually interferes with ovulation. Now, this is, I'm not clear this is fact. It's still theory. But the whole argument around it being an abortive agent appears to be invalid.
Right.
The reasons for
draw the vagina and the ovaries and everything so we can figure out. We do like that. Drew does, you know what John Madden does on the football games?
Yeah, with a pen and
Drew
a
does that with the vagina.
It has to be an abortive agent, though. If it
is that a vagina? That's a fallopian
has to
tube.
be pregnant,
right?
All right. So what Drew?
That's a good fallopian tube.
It's he's either drawing a vagina or a longhorn steer.
That's a your.
I think that's John Bon Jovi's tattoo right there. Actually.
All right.
Cervix. That's a fallopian tube.
All right. So this is the fallopian tube.
These are the ovaries sitting up.
And the ovaries are up there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the egg, drops down the fallopian tubes?
Right.
All right. And what does the morning after pill do?
It prevents the egg from maturing and releasing.
So it doesn't even drop.
It doesn't even drop. We had thought, and I had thought, that it actually prevented the implantation in the uterus. And it may do some of that, but the primary thing appears to be the ovulation.
All right.
Is this answering his questions?
And the pill...
No.
And this is also how the pill is supposed to work when taken properly. Let's be clear about this. It's got to be taken every day at the same time with no other medications concurrently. And the morning after pill can be taken within 48 to 72 hours after an unprotected sexual encounter and will be very effective in preventing pregnancy.
This is for men, right?
No,
Or for women.
For women.
Oh.
Unbelievably bad for the woman's body, though. Both of those things.
No.
Hormones, right?
No.
Well, the morning after pill is.
Makes them nauseated, but it's not bad at all. It turns
But this isn't RU486.
I heard you can only take the morning after pill like twice in your life, and after that you could be infertile. Maybe.
No, absolutely
Jesus,
not.
what a
I don't know where that
nightmare.
came. Basically, it's just a birth control pill. You take 2 pills a day. That's it.
Really, that's all.
That's it. That's the deal.
But you're not thinking RU486.
RU40 is the same pill, isn't it?
No. We're talking about
when I grew up in New Zealand, that RU486 was the morning after pill.
This different here.
Okay.
We don't have that yet. We probably will sometime. But this is now an RU46. I have not used, so I'm not terribly. I have any facility with using it. You may be correct insofar as that goes. But in terms of using what we have here today, it's just Ovral or low Ovral, the plain old oral contraceptive pill, taken in double or quadruple dose, depending on which pill you take, for 3 or 4 days, and that's it.
Wow.
And not really that bad for the woman's
It makes
body.
you nauseated, but it is not bad for the woman's
Really?
body.
What a great part of sex is nausea.
Getting pregnant makes you nauseated too. The skunk.
Yes.
Hey, you're 19. You're on with Goldfinger.
Hey, what's up, Goldfinger?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, how are all you guys doing?
Yo.
Hey, you guys already came to Northern California here just about, 2 weeks ago, huh?
Palo Alto and Petaluma?
In Sacramento.
Yeah. Hey, you guys played a show, Open Up for No Doubt, like August 96 here in Modesto, where I'm from. And what is it going to take to get you guys to come back out to Modesto?
$10 million.
$10 million?
No, I'm kidding. I'd love to do a show there again.
Oh, man, I just think you guys are the raddest band.
Just get a big party with all your friends, bro, and a good porno.
And a porno, and I'll be there.
Okay.
You know me, man.
Hey, and Darren, it's like coming out month, or whatever, week or something like that, so it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind. I will masturbate in front of men. I don't care.
Do you,
well, you did in Modesto.
Not tonight, okay?
Yeah.
Did I do it in Modesto?
Huh?
Did I do that?
Is that where it happened?
Stood up right there behind the drum set.
I think I tucked it, though.
Oh, you did the penis tuck?
I did the penis tuck and I was Mariah Carey that night.
For those of you who don't know it, Darren is famous for his sexual on-stage antics. He stands up on the drum
more
kit
like
there.
infamous, I would
It's
say.
not, but it's not really sexual. What's sexual about it? A bunch of hair and you don't even know what else is really going on. Just a bunch of hair.
A couple of crabs and some hair. It's not really that sexual.
I got the crabs. I got the crabs. I killed them. I got a tank, and they're all done.
All right, next call.
All right. Darren, did you have crabs, seriously?
I had crabs once, yes.
And
I'm not ashamed to admit it.
No, how'd you kill them?
Well, it was a nightmare, but I got rid
Still
of them.
got him. Like,
do you know which guy you caught him from? Or?
No. It was a guy named Paul. I think you're seeing him now.
Terry.
What did I say? Hello?
Terry, you're 17.
Terry!
Hi.
You're on with
Hi,
Goldfinger.
Tara. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi, I love you.
Oh, my God.
Wait, I'm 17. Who are you? What are you talking about?
See,
Simon's my girlfriend.
Simon's
What?
wife is called. Is
You're
named Terry.
complete. I'm not your girlfriend. What are you talking about?
Oh, she's lying, dude.
I have a really serious question I want to ask Dr. Drew. Really bad. I don't even know you guys. Goldfinger. Do you guys even know who Goldfinger is?
Terry, you're a loser.
She's sober.
No, come on.
I know. You should cut her
Oh,
off.
well.
How many beers
I wanted
do you
to
have?
ask a question, but it won't work.
All right, what do you want, Terry?
Never mind.
All right, good. Go back to the Dukes of Hazzard reunion they're showing on TNT. All right.
I watched that.
Yeah, I did
I'm
too,
a huge
actually.
fan.
Yeah, I actually am too.
Gentlemen, please.
Did you like the new Dukes? The new Bo and Luke?
Where their cousins come in town, they drive the blue car. Phoenix. Oh, yeah, that's right. Phoenix?
No, we got to get a dirty one, man.
Well, somebody's been on hold for 3 nights in a row.
Phoenix? Oh, for Christ's sake.
Rolls.
No wonder they've been on hold for 3 nights in a row. And what are you counting, the weekend? All right, well, they're not talking. What do you want me to do? Phoenix? Hey, Ann, quiet. I'm going to the breaks. Ann's yelling in my ear.
I'll go to break.
Phoenix. That's good radio. Hold on, I want to tease one. Brian?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, I'm going to read what it says about you, and then we're going to go to break. And when we come back, we'll deal with you. Ex-girlfriend wants to be friends just for sex. What to do? Oh, boy. What a quandary.
I can answer that question.
What a dilemma.
Yeah.
I'll give you Darren's advice. Invite two of your buddies over and have a big whack-off.
Give her Darren's number.
That's funny, Adam.
All right.
That's funny.
No, Darren's a big and hairy man who could probably have his way with me sexually if he was really bent on it. So I'm not going to antagonize him anymore because he's getting drunk.
Don't tease me, Adam.
We'll be back with Darren and the rest of Goldfinger and Brian after this. All right, the show is Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Darren is AOL.
MIA.
Or MIA.
AOL.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. AWOL. Yeah. What'd I say?
AOL. AWOL.
Right. Okay. Oh, boy. All right.
Let's go back
Shouldn't
to
be
Brian.
drinking beer.
No.
All right. Brian.
Yeah.
So.
All right. First of all, Goldfinger, you guys kicked Conan O'Brien's ass.
Yeah, we did.
That was cool.
You guys see that?
Yeah.
No, I remember. When did you do the Conan O'Brien?
I'll bring in the video.
It was
next
like a year ago, and
time,
we
and I'll show it to
almost
you.
killed him. And
Yeah.
that was Darren's fault, of course. So.
Cool.
Right, but I remember talking about it last time.
Really nice guy.
Great guy.
Deserve it.
Very forgiving.
Hey, Adam,
Yeah.
you gotta get Danny Aiello on the show.
Yeah, because
he plays by his own rules.
he does. Yeah. I don't even think we could book him because he wouldn't know he wouldn't show up on time or
Right,
anything.
plays his own rules.
Plays by his own rules.
So, Brian, what's the deal here? So your girlfriend, what is it she actually said to you?
Oh, we were going out for about a week, right?
This was. What do you mean?
Hold on. I smell snacking trouble. Don't eat that Twix into the mic there. Okay.
You went out for a week.
Put it in your ass and let your body absorb the nougat slowly.
After a week, you guys considered yourselves boyfriend girlfriend. 1 week.
Yeah.
All right. Then what happened?
Wait a second, I gotta switch phone.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Okay. Thing is, we were going out for a week, and she was kind of a rebound at first, because I was going out with her best friend, and then her best friend broke up with me, so her friend who wanted me, got with me, right? So
Explain
after
got
a
with
week,
me.
we had sex, and then the next day she called me up. She said she just wanted to be friends, but the next day when I saw her, she was like totally all over me, and all that stuff. I said, wait, we're just friends. So...
And what did she say?
She said, I know, but she, kept doing it.
No, she doesn't want to just be friends.
Yeah, I know, but she won't get back together with me.
Because she's afraid of how that's going to impact on her friend?
I don't know. She's had, a pretty bad life so far, and I'm a pretty good guy. So...
Yeah.
What's your question?
My question, should I keep doing it? Should I keep having sex with her? Or should
No, that's not good for her.
Not good for her?
I mean, it may be fun for you, but you're harming somebody in doing that, I think.
But
I mean, you're just reinforcing her lack of self-worth, and it's kind of an abusive quality to conducting yourself in that way in relation to this person that doesn't know how to have an intimate relation.
Yeah, it's all she ever wants to do when we get together is just totally sexual. And not really, sort of going out,
You like to be told you're pretty once in a while, right, Brian?
Me?
Yeah. I mean, instead of just treated like a 6-foot sub.
6'4".
This is a nice move.
Thank you.
Darren rammed the console. All right, Brian?
Yeah?
She's had a kind of effed up childhood?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so she's got troubles. So you're just sort of playing into that.
You're reinforcing. Yeah, it's going to be hard for you because she has such poor boundaries, but if you can be, that's fine. But try not to continue in this way because it's not good for her.
Well, guys have no resolve at all. Yeah. Guys will go, listen, we're just friends. How about I give you a quick blowjob? Oh, okay. But just one. All right, now we're back to being friends. How about some quick sex? Okay. Guys don't stick to the we're just going to be friends thing very well. Women are much better at that. All right, so...
what?
Darren, what I'm saying is he is going to tell her, we're just going to be friends. And they're going to try to conduct a relationship that way. But she's going to come over and throw herself at him.
Right.
And he's not going to put up too big a fight. You see what I'm saying?
And it's not good for her.
I think we all accept Darren.
Right, okay. Chris, you're 16.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Drew. Hey, Goldfinger.
Hello.
I'm calling. I've been a long-time listener. I really love the show. You guys are both providing a great service.
What's going on, Chris? What can we do for you?
Okay, well, the basic thing is, today my parents found something in my sister's room.
Okay.
It was some type of drugs, we assume.
Yeah.
And because they're hitting her now.
How much?
This guy is an asshole.
Hold on, Drew. Now, hold on. How much money do you have?
Well, I usually go in there with $100 in cash, and I tip her a lot to try to impress her.
Mm-hmm.
Now I got her a job working with me in a very uncomfortable situation.
She's a waitress?
Yeah. Describe this waitress for us, would you, Ed?
I don't know. She's just a plain girl. She's not bad looking.
No unusual
Does she work at 70
trademarks or anything on her?
Yeah, butthole size of a mason jar.
Yeah. I knew it.
Did he say what I thought he said?
Yes. Oh, did he hang up?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. Oh, that's no... this guy from Tucson, actually, when I went to Tucson and did a little radio over there, what was that, about a year and a half ago now?
Yeah.
I ran into this guy, big fat loser, sort of wearing a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. And
wasn't a drummer in Goldfinger, was it?
No, different big fat loser. And he had... anyway, the guy calls the show about once every 6 weeks. 7 weeks, and he works in the phrase, she had a butthole the size of a mason jar. That is his catchphrase, and he'll work that into every call.
Sherry actually picked up on his voice and said, I think I got this guy line. I put me on, I knew it in 2 words. That was that
Right.
guy.
So why'd you put him on then?
Just to let it go this
Just
time.
wanted to hear him
Just
say.
to get the phrase, she had a
Just hit him with
butthole the
butthole,
size of a mason jar on the air.
Yeah, but see,
For ratings?
usually takes 4 or 5 minutes to get to that. This time I sort of sped it up.
No. Also, Sherry coached him. I told Sherry to make sure that he kept the call to a minute.
This guy is high as hell, laughing his ass off.
No.
Nowhere.
Now he's crying. He's crying in his 1-bedroom apartment in Tucson.
Wearing his tighty whities.
He's crying. He's masturbating, and he's
Waiting for Darren to come around.
launching some sort of plot to stalk somebody from Baywatch. That is this kind of guy. But hey, if he wants to call in and talk about buttholes the size of mason jars, that's fine. with me.
What is a mason jar anyway?
It's bizarre.
Mason jar is like one of those jars with the resealable lid on it. It's got the metal thing on it.
Yeah,
Grandma put preserves.
jar.
I pulled one under your mom's butt once, Simon.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Yeah, you wish.
you're 14.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, first of all, I love you, Adam and Drew, and I love you, Goldfinger.
All right. Thank you.
Are we done with the call? That was great.
Thank you.
Okay, the question is, if you had sex with a person you know that had AIDS, and you used protection, would you get AIDS?
If you used condom,
Yeah.
you might not. I mean, it's
You
not
probably wouldn't,
it's
right?
not a safe thing to do, but I have cared for patients who continued to carry on a sexual relationship where one of the partners had AIDS and they were able to prevent the transmission. It's risk. Anytime there's body fluid, I mean, even kissing is a potential risk. But if people are careful and if you use safe sex techniques, or in this case, you're really asking about risk reduction measures, you can substantially reduce the risk.
Yeah, but odds are, and I hate to send a dangerous message, but listen.
What if the person had AIDS and you used a condom? That was the question.
Right. Odds are if you had sex with someone who had AIDS, you wouldn't even get it even if it was unprotected if you did it once. Am I right?
Right.
Odds.
Yep.
Okay. Sarah?
So go for it.
Yeah. Get drunk and have sex. That's what Drew's saying.
No, I'm not.
If you mention Johnson, go for it.
Why? What are you doing?
I have back magic.
Nothing.
You're just curious, just information.
Yeah, just curious.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
All right, sir.
Wow, that was pretty quick.
Yeah, that was the easy one. Aaron, what's wrong with your pen, Drew? Does it not work?
It's running out.
Okay. Aaron, you're 19. You're on with Goldfinger.
Oh, wow. Hi. I basically just wanted to know when the next time they were coming to Northern California again. Because I saw them at Palo Alto, at The Edge. I saw them at Camp KME last year. And that concert was really great. They, totally threw the crowd into the show, and it was really good.
Thanks, man.
We physically threw the crowd
into the show.
Yeah, because you basically were pissed off because all of us on the grass were just doing grass and just enjoying ourselves when we should have been enjoying the concert.
Did you say doing grass? Wow.
And all
I'm a
the
fan of
people-
our band that actually used that term. That's amazing.
doing grass.
We'll be going there
Nickelback.
late November, early December, I think.
A lid.
2 fingers.
It was a great show, and I'm glad you had a good time.
Hey, yeah, we just went to Camp KME, what was it, 3 or 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, I got you to sign a condom and the little card that they were handing out.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Oh. Did we charge you?
No.
Oh, jeez, we got to talk to our manager. That's one that got by. All right, Aaron.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Did they answer the question?
Yeah, late
Simon did,
November, December, around there somewhere.
No, we won't.
Do you know exactly which forum or?
Foundation Farm.
Wonder Twin Powers.
No, we're gonna play San Francisco because we play Palo Alto this time. So actually, we play the Cactus Club. I hope. So
The Edge. Okay.
I like the Edge too. So whatever.
All right, so you may have to drive, Aaron, but not too far.
Well, I drove to the Edge and not.
All right, I don't care what. Listen.
Hey, man, it's a fan, man.
I love that guy,
I
man.
don't need to check his mileage, though. He's a fan. That's good. He'll drive again. You're 19. Robert, what?
Dirty? Is it dirty?
Hi.
I don't know if it's dirty or not. Drew, what is this
There's
question?
only one call left up here. They're busily screening back there.
Oh, they're trying to get some dirty calls for Darren?
I get it.
Come on, man.
Robert,
Yes.
what's going on?
Well, I'm leaving for boot camp in about a week, and my girlfriend and I, we've been going out for about 6.5 months. I took her virginity from her about maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. Now she really enjoys that, really likes sex a lot. And I was just wondering if it'd be too much for me to ask of her to, stay my girlfriend, not go out with anybody else while I'm gone.
How old is she?
16, almost 17.
And how long have you been gone for?
6 months.
About 6.5 months.
Have you been faithful to her?
Well, I sort of cheated on her twice, and then I've told her about both instances.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. Like a while ago.
Get prepared. Be prepared, because while you're getting up at 5:15 in the morning because some guy's blowing a bugle and doing push-ups in a puddle of your own vomit, she's just going to be knee-deep in penis stateside. She is. Believe me, it's payback time. It is payback time.
Simon knows all about that.
Well, she had like a really messed up past.
No, deeper now.
Yeah. It took me like a while. I mean, for a long time, I was able to do everything, but I could not remove her clothes. I went to take her shirt off and she freaked.
Yeah, because
and now she's comfortable being nude around.
What happened? Did like Daddy take her shirt off or something way back when?
Well, stepfather, both physical and attempted sexual.
Okay.
Are you a troubled kid yourself? Would you consider yourself?
No more than average.
I'm just curious.
What does that mean?
Average in which country, though? It's not fair to compare the United States.
Why can't you just go to school or get a job at Starbucks or something? Why boot camp? I just don't.
Because a friend of mine did it, and I've always liked the military, and he chose the hardest branch, so I had to do it and not let him outdo me.
Peer pressures on.
You talking about the wax?
The what?
Okay. Try to do a little Woman's Army Corps humor there, but apparently it went right over to Robert's head.
He's defending democracy.
You're gonna do the Marines?
Yep.
And isn't boot camp like 3.5 months or something?
3.5 months, then I'll be back for 10 days, and I'm gone for another 4.5 months.
You ever see Full Metal Jacket?
Great movie.
Awesome
They tell us it's nowhere near like that, but I don't know how much I believe that.
I mean, the first hour of Full Metal Jacket ranks up there with the best hour of any movie.
Valley Girl, man, Valley Girl.
Well, that's true. It does pale in comparison to Valley Girl.
What about Happy Gilmore?
Didn't see it.
Yeah. Oh my God! You haven't seen Happy Gilmore?
Not missing anything.
Robert,
please.
Yeah.
Robert, you screwed around on her twice. She knows about it.
Yeah, I can't lie to her.
Right, and she's had a troubled past.
Very troubled.
All right, so there's going to be some payback involved here.
But of course, she kind of would look for somebody that would be like this. You know, not available.
Right.
Wouldn't be faithful.
Robert, you screwed around on her twice in 6 months.
I just have a problem with when it's there and offered. Saying no is not the easiest thing.
Who's offering you sex? Seriously?
Oh, actually, one of her friends, and then a girl she doesn't know who is another virgin too.
Are they offering sex, or are you panhandling for sex?
Both times were actually offers.
Well, that's really what most guys do. It's no different than the guy in front of the 7-Eleven. If I make a spare sex, how about a hand job?
Right, on the way out?
Yeah, on the way out. I'll get you next time. All right, Robert, you deserve to be screwed around on.
And you will be.
And you will be.
Well, she was a virgin when I met her. I don't know.
That has nothing to do with it.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
You're done.
And don't
You're
drag
done.
it on.
Heidi.
Be fair. Be fair to her, because you're going to be gone. Is that the inside joke there?
Dude, you're gonna go to the Marines. You're gonna have you're gonna have a nice haircut. You're gonna have a uniform, a gun. Chicks are gonna be all over you.
And when you get out, your girlfriend's gonna be pregnant with somebody else's baby.
Chicks doesn't matter. Chicks are dig guys in uniforms. It's true.
Right.
And you're gonna be
Filipino chicks.
You're gonna be waxing ecstatic. So just go for it.
All right, and you know.
I demand that
the guy fools around on her twice in 6 months, and then. But this is typical male behavior.
Yeah.
Then he's going off the Marines. Now he's going to pay for sex, and he doesn't want her to do any screwing around while he's gone. Michelle.
Hi.
Hey, you're 25. You're on Loveline with Goldfinger.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew. Hi, Goldfinger.
Hello.
I'm calling in. I don't have a problem. I was calling in because I called in about a year ago. And I was really depressed at the time and was in a bad marriage. And I called in to talk to Dr. Drew to see what to do about my marriage. And I found out at the time, I guess, that I was in an abusive relationship. I didn't know it at the time. And after talking to you guys, I left my husband. And it's been about a year now. And I'm on my own. And I was just calling to tell you guys you're great. And your advice, I think you always give good advice, even Adam.
Ooh, that's lots to take.
By the way, Drew
Everyone should listen to you guys.
Drew, you could convince anybody they were in an abusive relationship, couldn't you?
I'm in one with you.
Right, there you go. That reminds me, it's swatting time.
No, Michelle, great. Everything. Do you have kids or anything?
Yes, 2 kids.
Is that going okay?
Yeah, everything is great.
How old are your kids?
I took my time out, like you said, too.
Yes.
Went to therapy.
Great.
And I've done everything you said, and I
Wow.
think you guys have
we're
great
feeling
advice.
it works.
And it's hard at first to anyone who...
Really
not the
hard.
easy way, but
it's best for your kids, isn't it?
yeah, everything's just best for me and best for my kids.
How old are your kids?
5 and 2.
Great.
So, but...
Be careful with the next guys you bring around.
Yeah, that's why I went to therapy for a year, and I took my time out. So.
That's the next sort of mistake we see people make is they bring guys in that are harmful to you and the kids,
Right.
and you got to be real careful.
Yeah, I wouldn't let any guy in the house.
Ever?
No, we get these calls all the time. Stepdad this, stepdad that. You know, stepdad, here's what stepdads do. Here's what their basic agenda is. Beating and or molestation. Now, this is what all stepdads do. They come
All
in.
stepdads?
Yeah,
You're stereotyping all stepdads.
We've talked to every one of them. They come into the house. They physically abuse the males and they sexually abuse the females. This is what they do.
Get drunk and watch ESPN.
That's right, in their underwear. Darren, you know what stepdads do. No,
I've never had a stepdad.
Darren may be a stepdad.
I am just saying that a lot of these women, they've had trouble past, and they get hooked up with guys that are unscrupulous. And they get out of a bad relationship that they've had a couple kids in, and then they get off on their own for a few months, and then they bring another guy in. Well, this other guy, because their antenna's a little bit bent, and they haven't found the right, they're not thinking straight.
Michelle's getting treatment, though, so...
Right. Michelle's fine. I don't wish this on her. But they go out and they find these other guys, and these other guys come in. It's like fair game for the kids. It's not their blood. It's not their own kids, and they take it out on the kids a lot of the time. But, well, one person we've helped, Drew. We've sent thousands screaming to prisons and sewers, but asylums, prisons,
the gutters of
and
America.
gutters. But this is one we've actually helped. Drew,
hallelujah,
feeling pretty good about yourself about now.
Praise hail.
All right, we'll be back with Goldfinger. We'll hear a little something else from Goldfinger, and surprise calls. Yeah, that's it. Drew, don't give me that look. This is good radio.
This is Slash from Guns N' Roses and Snake Pit and etc. And you're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Yes, you is. It's about time Slash come on the show again. Goldfinger's here tonight. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. The rest of the band is outside playing with the dog, but Darren is here. Darren?
I have an important fact about the male body.
Yes.
About any body, for that matter.
Yeah.
Urine is sterile.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you want to piss in your own mouth, do it.
Well,
because it's sterile.
We just learned that from Dr.
You're
Drew.
gay. Yeah, it's sterile. It's not necessarily good for you.
So
but
if you have a wound and you piss on it, that's all right?
Well, there's stuff in urine besides the fact that there's no bacteria, typically. I mean,
It's chock full of carbohydrates, though, right?
Is it 12 grams of fat?
Here's the situation. Darren and I just used the men's room together.
And we all witnessed or overheard shrieking coming out of that bathroom.
Darren was incensed when he didn't see me wash my hands on the way out. I said, listen, I touch my own penis. I'm used to touching my own
I think
penis.
my penis is cleaner than the door handle.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why do you have to?
Why do
you have to wash your hands? Besides the fact, I'm going for my own penis about every 5 minutes anyway, so it'd be really redundant.
Question: when you guys pee and you leave the bathroom and it's a push door, when you have to push it open, do you push from the top? Do you never grab the handle?
Yes.
I always I avoid the handle whenever possible.
Yeah.
If I have to pull it, I'll
because
use
then if you're gonna wash your hands, what the hell difference does it make?
Because
why wash your hands?
some guy peed and he didn't wash his hands, he grabbed that handle and some other guy.
Airports are the best because they have the sensitive thing underneath it, and
some movie theaters
no
don't use
doors,
those.
and they even have like the toilet thing that changes itself. I don't know.
Right.
Amazing stuff.
I use the Polish
Airports.
toilet hat thing.
The best thing in the bathroom is the Polish cowboy hat.
Yeah, I use the Polish cowboy hat.
That's the best thing.
Yeah, you make your own
seat liner.
I am
mean?
truly addled by Darren's cleanliness. I mean, this is the guy that pushes his rear end up against the window here.
I like my fingers after I poop to smell like ivory.
You know, it's like
my hair. I have a hairy chest. Big deal.
It's like when you
dirty.
Oh, quite down. It's like when you found out that Hitler was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You went, hey, wow, that's
animal lover.
What's up with that? Finding out that Darren washes his hands.
Killed a fly yesterday on a window and just left it on his hand for about at least 30 seconds. It wiped off from his
I was
pants.
in a car. How could I wash my hands? hands.
Well, he was sending that out as a warning to other flies.
There was a fly. How annoying is a fly in a car? Jeez, that's so
Pad
annoying.
of paper into your hand. I don't know.
Dave
Thomas, Wendy's.
Hello?
There he is.
Dave.
Yeah, this is Steve.
Okay, Dave. I sense a very short call.
Bong it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're on with Goldfinger. What's going on?
Well, I'm interested in this girl, and she, I know, is into other girls and has had a relationship with 2 other girls before we ever met. And I was wondering what you could give as far as information as far as somebody going out with somebody who is bisexual.
I have some info.
Is she bisexual or is she lesbian?
She's, hopefully she's bisexual.
You don't even know.
I have some info.
All right, Darren, go ahead.
If she's bisexual, you're stoked.
Yeah.
You're a happy guy.
Why is that?
Think.
Well, we got a bunch of... Adam shot his mouth off last week about how bisexual basically are telegraphing that they're going to have affairs with the same sex somewhere down the road. Is that what you think?
Well, I said that when you enter a relationship and you announce that you're bisexual as you enter the relationship, you're basically leaving the back door open, especially if you're a guy. You're basically saying to your partner, listen, I will be moving on to my own sex at some point in the relationship.
Yeah, we got a bunch of hate email on that one.
Oh, we did?
People saying, how dare you suggest that people who are bisexual can't carry on a monogamous relationship and be committed, this kind of thing. So, and that was the point I made, that it doesn't matter what you're into. If you're committed, you're committed.
Yeah, but...
Now, if you're confused and ambivalent, you'll have trouble committing to anything.
Yeah, which I believe most bisexuals are. Otherwise,
we don't know that, but I can understand why you believe that.
Why be Listen, that is the definition of ambivalence. I can't figure out whether I want to be with a male or a female. How much more ambivalent can you be than that?
They figured out they want to be with both.
You haven't?
There is such a thing.
No, Simon.
In fact, I think it's probably...
Except for if you count what me and Darren did in the bathroom about 10 minutes ago.
It's probably relatively uncommon to be, say, a committed, mature bisexual orientation. I mean, most what we hear about is ambivalence, and certainly if you're under 18, it's ambivalence.
Confused.
Right. Yeah.
All right, so Dave...
Hello?
Yes, you may be in for some fun at the beginning, but I wouldn't look long-term here.
So what if she's confused?
All right, well, listen, you don't even know that she's bisexual. All you know is she's a lesbian at this point, right?
Well, I guess, but I mean...
She's a lesbian and she wouldn't be...
She'll just do what she wants to do, I'm sure.
Ignore this relationship and go on, or should I hold out and see what's going to happen?
Wait a minute, what relationship? You're not even having a relationship.
Well, I mean, we've gone out a couple times. I mean, should I just...
Well, I've seen a movie with Simon before, but
find out what's up. I mean, get to know her better.
Yeah, I do, Simon. I want to have sex with you.
You don't know her yet. Find out who she is, what she's about, what her intentions are in the relationship, and then make your decision, okay?
Okay.
All right, Dave.
It was a short call. You're right.
Dave was 24.
Yeah, he did not sound 24, did he?
No,
I don't think he was.
14,
I don't think he's
maybe.
24.
Yeah, maybe. Ryan.
Goldfinger, you guys really just inspire the mature element in our listenership here. Thank you.
Yes, so.
Oh, another diss.
Ryan, you're 16.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Ryan, you're 16. Yeah.
Generally, it's like in like a surface humping position, not just like in a regular position.
Hold on.
What?
Start that again, Ryan.
About surfing?
When you masturbate, yeah.
It's in like a position where I'm like humping something, like the floor or the bed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really like with my hand as much.
Right.
So I'm wondering like if there's any way, like what's going on there, because if I use my hand, like it doesn't really work.
Mm-hmm. And meanwhile, you're rubbing the finish right off the side of the bunk bed there.
Not exactly.
I can see the guy's bedposts looking like
No, not like
looking like a tree that a rhino's been scratching his back on or something on one of those nature
Every man has
films.
his techniques.
It's more like laying in bed and like.
No, Ryan, listen. Darren has something important to say to you.
Every man has his own techniques. Not every man uses his right hand and goes...
No, but I'm saying like.
Right.
I think you'll learn to
Especially,
use your right hand,
Darren,
probably.
if you're using your right hand and the guy next to you is using his left hand, there's going to be some elbow jockeying going on there. So you're all going to have to agree on a
I thought we
side.
agreed not to discuss this issue again.
Ryan, what they're trying to tell you is don't worry, all right?
But if I'm like with a girl or whatever, I mean, what's gonna happen?
She'll think you're free.
If you were the girl, you wouldn't be masturbating, right?
No, but let's say she's trying to like give me a hand job or whatever. I mean, it would
You'll figure it out, Ryan. Don't
I
worry.
don't want a hand job.
Don't worry.
What if you dressed the woman up like a bed, like you put a duvet cover on her, something like that?
Pillow on her head or something.
No, put some pledge on her.
Ryan, don't worry. This stuff will work itself out.
Now, Ryan has a... Hold on a second. Ryan has a valid point, which is, and this is very true, men get used to something on their own, and if what they get used to on their own is too foreign, then when a woman comes in, the penis will be confused and not respond. Meaning, this guy is used to banging up against a knotty pine for an orgasm. He feels a hand on his penis. His penis is going to be completely confused. Ryan, I would wean myself off of the objects and furniture in the bedroom and onto the hand, because the Lord knows you could be caught in an elevator one day and have to masturbate. You could be on some cruise liner somewhere in a hammock. You may not have a bed or some furniture to rub up against. You may be camping. Then what are you going to do, huh?
Go in the woods.
I've done it in a sleeping bag. That's no problem.
You've done it in a sleeping bag?
It's not like humping the wall. It's like the floor, like laying down.
Right.
Carpet bag.
I see, yeah. Oh, it'd be great to try to get that sleeping bag back rolled up and into the sack, wouldn't it? You have to,
if you're
snap it over your knee before
in a
you
sleeping
put it
bag, and you having a thing going on there, and you done.
That ain't right.
Do you want to lay down and go to sleep all over it?
Oh, you frosted Bambi.
I don't get that at all.
Oh, the little deers. You see the little scenario where they have the little woodland creatures in the lining of the sleeping bag, and there he is humping the thing, just dry humping Skeeter and Bambi.
There you go.
Okay, Drew's got
play a
kids.
song?
Oh, okay. No, it's too late now. I have to play it the next break. All right, you want to tease a call?
I can probably take it.
Okay, Paul.
Paul?
Yeah. Hi. How you doing?
Yeah. Okay, man. That's cool.
I have a question about I kind of have goosebumps on my my penis, I guess you could say, and I always have them there, and I just wonder what that was about.
Those are called pearly penile papules, and they are normal.
They're called what?
Pearly penile papules.
That's a good name for a record.
How'd you get them? They're normal. Everybody gets them.
I have them.
Most people get them anyway. Darren has them.
You mean at the base?
They can be at the base. They can be around the tip.
all over, yeah.
What are those yellow things you get on your testicles sometimes when you're a kid?
It's called pus. You should get that checked out, Simon.
So how to get?
No, I think I had those.
That guy in New Orleans wasn't clean. You know. So you should get that.
Well, that's got little yellow things on my testicles, and I could pop them.
There are
my God.
sebaceous glands that can get inflamed and then
Well,
filled
don't
up
you
with
get
stuff in it.
zits on? I mean, don't you
But
just get
he's really talking
ingrown
about- he's
hairs
really
and
talking
stuff?
about They get these little nodules that you can get. Some people get a bunch of those. Yeah.
Really?
I got
So
those.
that's not what he
bumps,
has.
though.
Huh?
No, this is a pay.
So don't. Hey, Paul? Don't sweat it. I have those things, and when I was your age, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Well, when I was younger, I was 15, and I was freaking out. I even showed my mom. What the hell is this? And my brother Kevin was there, and he's like, "That's normal. Don't sweat it." And I was like, "I don't have a disease."
Well, I got another question.
No. All right, you can ask it when we get back from the break, Paul. Wait, Paul?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's about my girlfriend.
Real fast.
She got bumps too?
Huh?
What's the deal with her?
No, it's she at first we had a lot of sex, and now she don't want to have it only on her time, not on my time. So kind of wait till she wants it, and I don't.
Okay.
I have to just come up to it.
Right.
It's called she's in control.
Try to be more impressive next time you have sex.
Well, I am. I'm good.
All right. Well, what do you want us to say? We may think you're good, and you may think you're good, or maybe she's just in a deprivation.
This is
maybe she's sleeping with someone else.
She is telling you something about how she feels about this relationship, and something has changed there, and your insensitivity to what her needs are part, if not the total problem.
Yes, the first thing to dry up on a woman is the sexual part of a woman. If a guy's not meeting her needs,
emotionally,
I don't get it.
Emotionally,
24.
Emotionally. Yeah, I mean, what happens when a woman stops having sex with you or slows it way down? She's giving you a very strong message in a language that you can understand.
Or most men can't understand.
With your cousin is probably the message I'd be getting. I don't know.
She probably, usually they'll try to tell you something beforehand, like stop going out with your friends so much, or hey, could you look at me once in a while and not at the TV set? But they try all that for a month and a half. Yeah. The guy doesn't respond, and then the sex slows down. Now the guy's all ears. Hey, what's going on? What's up with this? I need advice. I need it now. All right, so we'll be back. Man. We'll hear something more from Goldfinger. All right, John, Simon, and the infamous Darren are all here from the Goldfinger. And Hang-Ups is the name of the CD. We will be hearing something off that in just a second.
Go on and get it.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
Yeah, and it's really cool, too. The CD is shaped like a dialer on a rotary phone.
Don't ruin it, man.
Oh, did I ruin it?
You just ruined it.
Oh, sorry, man.
Buy the record and find it.
It's shaped like a dialer on a push-button phone.
Oh, you ruined it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, man. Now the kids aren't going to buy it.
Well, it's got a real cool and entertaining liner in it, too. All right, that's just good. That's just good salesmanship.
Nice
Derek.
artwork. Let's say that.
And we're trying to figure out. Maybe someone can call in. I don't know what it is. I think it's Darren who spearheads this. But we've talked about nothing but the anus for the 2 hours that they've been in here tonight.
You brought it up last.
All right, we're trying to figure out the bidet. Now, it's my contention, the bidet, for those of you who have not traveled abroad or not been into an expensive home, is basically, it basically looks like a second toilet, and it's usually in the woman's room. And what you do is after you do your business, you sit down on this thing, just like you sit on a toilet, but instead of you going into it, it goes into you. It basically shoots a stream of water into your private parts there and cleans you out. Now, who was saying? John, you were saying that you go through a lot of toilet paper.
Well, he was mentioning, the toilet paper, getting a little,
rough and
right. But I would say that you still need to use the toilet paper with the bidet because otherwise you'd just be
But maybe not as much.
With the bidet, all it would be a drying thing, not just a wiping.
I think the bidet is for women for the number one. I don't know if it's for the number two in guys, but I'll have to look into that.
If women go pee, all they do is just dab, 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 and they're done.
I don't know. Women go through...
Why do they have to get water?
No, women go through a lot of toilet paper.
Darren does not lift the toilet seat when he pees.
I don't lift the toilet seat when I poop either. So it just goes everywhere.
Well, that would be normal.
No, that would be all right, Darren. That's what it's there for, actually. All right, Drew, you want to join in?
Are we going to do a song?
Okay, we're going to do the song. Drew doesn't want to get involved in this conversation.
You're going to sing along, Drew?
And please, if you know what the bidet is for, and if it's for men or for women, I think it's just for women, but I want to hear about it. And like any of our listeners are going to know about this.
Maybe they know what bidet means in French, because I don't.
It means who's got a towel. All right, Carletta is the name of the song. The name of the CD is Hang-Ups, and... here's the song. Carlita. That was from Goldfinger. All right, so that was a good song, and This Lonely Place is a good song. No, I was, in between, trying to figure out.
All you were doing was talking about your butt.
I know, but in between thinking about my ass, I was listening to the song. And what I'm trying to say is even if this CD just consisted of the two songs we heard tonight, it would be worth the how much you see? It's like $4.
$6.
Are you nuts? $6?
$5.25.
No, it would be
$10.
It would be worth the $10. But not only are there those two songs on this, but another 10, all hits. Golden, every one of them.
Secret tracks, the whole 9 yards.
Yes. I'll tell you, this is, it's going to be a collector's edition soon.
Yeah, it's edition.
Not edition, but I predict that when Rolling Stone comes out with their second most influential CDs of the decade or what have you, that this tops the list.
Spice Girls,
right behind Not a Surf.
Yeah,
right there.
Not a Surf, Goldfinger, Spice Girls.
Not a Surf, singing Hanson, Not a Surf, Hanson, Goldfinger. Right in. I introduced, we were talking about Camp KOME. Drew and I went there, and Drew brought the family, and his 3 blonde-haired 5-year-olds came out on stage. Show them the pictures, Drew. It's gonna.
Oh, what a proud moment!
Have you seen them?
No, yeah.
They wanted to come out on stage with us, and there was 20,000 people, and I introduced them as
it is Hanson.
As Hanson, and the crowd started booing, and I think it traumatized the kids.
That sucks.
Where's his ID?
They look like Drew. It's weird.
Karen.
Is that it right there?
You're 29.
No, Darren, I'll give it to you.
Handed Darren your wallet.
That's very scary. It's like having a
That's a good idea, right there.
Like a zoo animal get
you got $40. You're broke.
It's like zoo animal is the best analogy.
How much is this show paying you?
It's like you're leaning up against the orangutan cage.
And he'll be throwing.
And the thing grab your wallet and start going nuts.
Okay, it's well established that I'm hairy.
Like a Samsonite commercial.
That's when the point you're stupid.
All right. No, I was going hairy.
Hi.
Karen?
Yes.
You're 29.
Yes, I am.
What's happening?
Well, here's my question for you. I'm 29 years old. I've never been in a commitment. I've never had a boyfriend. I've never been seriously committed to anybody.
Why?
I'm scared of it. I don't want to be in one.
Have you? Hold
The closer
on.
the guy gets, the further I run.
Have you had sex?
Of course, I've had sex.
Huh.
I
Hey,
enjoy
idiot.
that part. I actually have guys make contracts with me.
Contracts?
They only have sex with me and nobody else, and so they can
Sign
do
here.
whatever they want.
What? They what?
They make a contract with me stating that they can only have sex with me.
That's the pay or lay
They
contract.
can date whoever they want.
Tracy loves contract.
Karen, what?
Did you say
All right,
contract?
we're doing some gambling,
Yeah,
Karen.
yeah. Let's go.
All right?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, hold on a second. You guys got money? I got a dollar?
I got 10 bucks.
I got 50 cents.
What's
$10
up?
bucks. Why, what's up?
Oh, for Christ's sake, I don't have my wallet on me. Drew, come on, give me a dollar. Oh, please.
$40, Drew.
That's all I got.
What?
I saw
75 cents.
That's for the band.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm taking a dollar of that, too. Okay.
$5.75.
All right. It's a pretty weak pot tonight, but there are 5 of us, and there's $5 out there. Thank you, John. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out what, who was that? Karen's past is. She's 29. She's never been in a long-term or serious relationship. She has these contracts with men, and something is up with her. Now, what we're doing is gambling on her past. Listen carefully, Darren. You know the show. We're not gambling on what's going on with her today or whether her self-esteem is screwed up tomorrow or yesterday. We're gambling on when she was a kid. What kind of environment created Karen? Where was she forged from?
What base is the winner or the loser?
What's that?
What
Well, she'll tell us the answer. There. Drew, we're running late, so let's get right to it. I'll go first.
All right.
Karen's physical abuse from Dad.
Okay. Guys, anything?
Drew, you're next. Let's
Foster,
go clockwise.
Foster parents, an abusive foster situation, like a horrific.
Okay, foster parents.
John,
right,
I'd just say first sexual experience was with a woman.
Simon.
Okay.
And how old? What age?
I'd say 11, 12.
Young.
11.
Okay.
Fine.
I say she's extremely overweight with a low self-esteem.
I think she was beaten by her first boyfriend at 14.
No, I get before that. Why was that happen? Why did that happen to her? What kind of situation creates that kind of person that would allow that to happen?
She was molested by her mother.
Okay. All right.
That's,
I'm not going to win the $1.25.
hey, Darren's just playing the odds here.
You guys are all wrong.
Oh boy, what happened to you?
Well, let's see. I was sexually abused when I was 7 to 8 years old by my father.
Wait a minute, didn't I go next?
I think John's the winner. John, get your money back.
That's John's $5, but
And so what happened?
Yeah, but when I was 12, a stranger came to my room and molested me. And at age 20, I was date raped.
Yeah, but that's you were already way into it by that point. I mean, how could you trust anybody when your father had been sexually abusing you since you were 7? And of course, men are horrific and
they are, but that's why the contract. If I have control over them.
Yeah, and you got control over nothing, Karen, because you're empty. There's no feelings.
What's that going to hold up in court too?
Yeah,
by the way,
but of what? I mean, what do you have control over? You have control over nothing.
Over my emotions.
No. Yeah, you have control. Of course, you have control over that because you're not having an emotional experience.
Karen, the idea is not to necessarily get control over your emotions. It's just not to let your emotions steer and run your life for the rest of your life. And you got to get some therapy. That's all. Do you understand?
You've got to
forget about contracts. Get into some therapy. Make a contract with a therapist.
Well, right. Have a relationship in a controlled therapeutic environment with a professional with whom you can trust.
Yeah.
And then once you develop that trust with that person, hopefully it will spill over.
Well, here's the bottom line. Daddy counts for all men when it comes to women, and mommy counts for all women when it comes to young boys. And if daddy is having sex with you when you're 10, 11 years old, then unless you get into a whole ton of counseling, you're screwed. That's it. Because every guy you're dealing with from this day on is daddy. Believe me. And daddy had sex with you. So it's, I don't care how much you work it out in your own mind. I don't care if you've come to grips with it. I don't care if he died in a car accident 2 years earlier. It doesn't matter. You need extensive therapy. Otherwise, that's it. You're screwed for your relationships. She's 29 years old.
Yep.
This happened when she was 11.
No, how much was 7?
Oh, 7. And then the guy happened later on. And by the way, that's what set up all the rest of the 11 and the 20-year-old date rape and all that kind of stuff. All thanks to Daddy.
That was real quick, man.
And we'll be back. Yeah, we did get to that. Christ. I live in L.A. my entire life. I never knew that. Smoke plus fog.
Smog.
All right.
That's
And
really kind of creative. He's writing it
right now.
now, homo is homosexual, and bisexual is half-mo. That's my invention.
No, bisexual have to buy it.
Okay.
We got to go.
All right, we're running late. Goldfinger, Hang-Ups is the name of the CD. Please go out and get it so that the band...
They never have to come back again to promote anything.
So, right. That is a threat.
If you buy it when we come back on Loveline.
Thank you guys very much. Darren, thank you very much for the presents, which I'm sure you'll lavish on me off the air. Tomorrow night, our guest is the love that the hosts find between the two of them. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions.